What's going to happen when you wake up in the morning? And today I am being bombarded, I would say, by all the news media because of this latest arrest and scandal with the NBA and gambling. Why did they pick me? Because I had a big gambling operation on the street. I had 12 or 13 bookmakers working for me at that time. And so obviously I knew a lot of athletes get in trouble all the time, with respect to gambling. It happens. I don't like to throw a wide net over everybody, but listen, you got to understand with athletes, gambling is an extension of their competitiveness. They got smart. They're working undercover now. It's not the same as it was in my lifetime. No doubt about that. But they're not going away. And I've said this many times. They're not going away in my lifetime. They're very resourceful, and gambling will always be a major business of Cosa Nostra. Athletes are easy prey. They get themselves in trouble. They owe a debt, and they got to do whatever they got to do to get out of it. Sometimes we have to intimidate them. Sometimes they just play along with us, whatever. But it happens, and it's not going to stop happening. Why? Because today, athletes have more access to gambling than they did in my day.
Hello and welcome to another Who You Got Live video. I'm Sun-EB7 and thank you for joining. Today we're going to cover a topic that it broke out this week, and yes, you saw the video. Michael Franzese, hope I'm saying it right. He gave a very candid interview about what's going on in the world of sports and gambling. The video is very interesting. The link is down in the description below. For those of you that didn't see it, it's been a big thing now, and I'm pretty sure most of you have seen it. It is mind-boggling, but his take is very candid, and it's almost surreal how he tells the world how this works. That's why I wanted to bring up a video about that today, because this is rare to get this kind of, well, at least I feel it's rare. I mean, you'll get a few, but they tell stuff that's already happened. He's talking about things that are happening now that will always happen, that will continue to happen. And that's rare. You figure it's quite sobering to know that it will never stop. It will never stop. And the interesting thing is we had a serious argument, me and my stepfather, years ago. Because I knew from things that I've learned in neighborhoods and things like that. And I told him, this stuff is not what you think it is. There is a element to it that makes it where it's not always authentic. And, he was just, you don't know, this is what it is, whatever. He's not here. He's no longer here. But if he was here today, I'd pick up that phone and I'd be like, So what do you got to say? Yeah, because I told him this was back in like 2006 or in the 90s. I've said it before. It's because you hear things. So, and then, there's other situations where if you look and you see a referee is getting caught for that and he comes out and tells everything, well, it didn't just start then. For me, it's common sense. If somebody's telling you that it's happening now, that ain't the first time it happened. What's the odds you're going to catch anything the first time? It happens, but it's rare. Most of the time, by the time you get it, it's been going on for a while. You didn't know it was the norm. You thought this was an occasion. Maybe. I'm in the middle on that, but the way they advertise it, the way things go, you think it's an exception to the rule. Now, what he's saying is this the norm. And to add to that, there is another article that came out 2 days ago that I just hadn't got a chance to get to. I finally watched the video. This guy is the website is questionable call by Josh Cohen, and he's going over the NFL refs and the things they've done in the last week. It's even been on some of your top shows about the calls that were made and the manner by which they were overturned or not overturned. And of course, after watching FRANZESE video, you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, same thing. You know, if without this thing going down this week, you would have looked at that video and said, yeah, these refs are dumb. You wouldn't have called them dumb, but you know, you would have just thought that, like, he missed that. Now you're going, did he? Or did he do that on purpose? I know one of the calls was there was a tripping happened right with the referee standing within 5 feet of it. Less than 5 feet. And he said nothing. He swallowed the whistle. And so you're like, okay, there's no way you missed that because it happened right in front of you. And, you know, of course, you're thinking, yeah, that didn't look good. When you watch Josh Cohen's video, if you care to go, if the link is in the description, you go watch his video, you're going to say, oh yeah, there's no way he missed that. There's no way. Because his job, the back judge, his job is to be looking at the quarterback and the line. He's got a bird's eye view. He don't have to worry about, oh, what if I don't see something? If he didn't see it, he didn't want to. But the other thing was when a ref challenged the call, well, he didn't challenge the call, coach did. It was a catch that was called a catch. And the catch was for a first down. So one team challenged the catch, not the spot. It came back that the challenge on the catch was valid and the team lost the timeout. And so they gave him the catch. They gave him the catch, but then they went back to the replay booth and came back and overturned the spot. Now, we all know, and we've all seen games where we're looking at one thing, another thing is called. And when they work on that one thing and they come up with yay or nay, that's it. But when you look back at the video, another foul has occurred and they tell you flat out, yeah, we see the foul, but the ref can't go back and review that foul because it was called on the field, or not called on the field. So the play that they're reviewing is the only thing they can consider.
So Hussey goes and looks. He comes back. Yeah, it was a catch. Yeah, everybody saw it was a catch. That was never really in question. Goes onto the field, and then he says this after getting on the field.
After a second look,
Oh, what?
it is determined that the receiver was actually short of the line to game.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. Look, is that what Hussey said? Hussey, veteran ref. We are all fans of.
Okay, so Dan Campbell challenged the completed action of a catch. Challenge unsuccessful. Yet Hussey's able to mark him short of the line to gain after review, although that's not what the challenge was for.
Okay. Josh Cohen shows it in the rule book for the refs. Even though you see something else that's not right in that video, you cannot go back and challenge the call on that. You can only deal with what the challenge was about. So they overturned it. And this was big in that game. So again, the question becomes, is this part of a bigger problem? We already know that if the players are in it, the refs are in it. We already know that. The coaches are in it. So that makes it hard to watch a game. Especially a game when the team you want to win loses on something iffy as all get out. Or an injury shows up out of the blue. Or a quarterback throws 3 picks. See, when he brought up Frank, when you see the FRANZESE video, he talks about how they'll make a quarterback throw 3 picks in a row because he got to pay his debt. So we got 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the NFL that threw 3 picks in games that they normally don't do. Now are they being investigated? I mean, because that was a serious analogy. Because when he said, "Yeah, we'll tell them you can't pay, so here's what you're gonna do for us. You're gonna throw 3 picks right away." And he got to do it, because if he don't do it, the alternative is not what he won't get to throw any more picks anymore. Let's just say that. This video, I just wanted to get that out. This is a very interesting, both videos are interesting especially FRANZESE, seeing it from that perspective, it just kind of, it's eye-opening. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow.
They got smart. They're working undercover now. It's not the same as it was in my lifetime. No doubt about that. But they're not going away. I've said this many times. They're not going away in my